Colleen, thank you so much for coming to the session today. And, as you talked about your story, I wanted you to share it with other women. And so just tell us a little bit about yourself. You came back to this area to really start over. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what happened.
I lived in Florida for a long time. I'm originally from this area, but I lived in Florida for 18 years. And when when the economy kind of crashed a few years ago, in 2008, the agency I worked at closed and couldn't afford the house anymore, and basically lost everything. My marriage ended, lost my job, lost the house, and things were not looking good. So I ended up getting divorced. That was kind of happening along the way too, but got divorced. And so basically at the age of 48, I moved back home to live with my family and just completely start over again. I had absolutely nothing. I had no job, was on unemployment, and in Florida that's like $200 a week. I think it's like the lowest paying state in the whole country. Brand new car payment because my car had died, so I had to get a new car, and 2 dogs, and moved back home and just decided to get my life in order, and that's basically what I did.
So what did you do since then?
Well, I took a couple of months off. I moved back here the end of January in 2011, and so it's just been a little over 2 years. Took a couple months off, tried to decide what I wanted to do. I knew I needed a job, but I didn't want to do the hard work myself of trying to find a job up here. So I went to Kelly Law Services, and they placed me at UTC as an admin in the legal department because I've been a paralegal for a long time. And I started out as a contractor, and from May to November, I was a contractor. And then the attorney I worked for decided to make me permanent, which is great. And I've been permanent ever since. But at UTC, you have to be a permanent employee for a year before you can join have like your 401k. Well, I mean, you can start investing in your 401k, but they don't match until you've been there for a year. But I just been plugging along, and I also in September or August of 2011 started here at Bay Path to finish my bachelor's degree. So I'll be done June 1st. I walk in May 18th, and so you can, I just completely turned my life around in 2 years. But you have to want to do it, and which I really did. I needed to, and I was on my own, and just find the courage and the time.
So what brought you to the session today? What made you want to come?
Well, I've got a really good 401k at work, but I've always, being a paralegal, you do lots of research on a lot of different things, and I love to do research. But when you say, oh, you can do your own investing, I can never imagine that I could do that. But that's one thing I've never been able to do, and I want to do it. So I want to learn how to research stocks and invest in them on my own, and just sort of complement my 401k and see if I'm smart enough to be able to do this, to make my own money, investing in stocks and know which ones are good or bad. And I think that would be a really good talent to have.
And so after the session today, what do you think you're going to do differently?
Well, first I'm going to read the book so I can learn how to research stocks, and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take some money. It might only be a couple $100, but I'll take it and see if I can find something to invest in. I'll research some stocks, find something to invest in, and then we'll go from there.
Excellent. And what would you say to someone who feels like it's too late for them or that they can't get started?
It's not too late. It's never too late. You just have to. One thing I learned the past couple of years, actually being on my own, is living within your means. So you really have to make the decision that you're not going to live paycheck to paycheck, and that you really do have control over what you spend your money on. And once you decide that, and once you decide what you're going to spend your money on, your whole outlook and your view changes. And once you get in that habit, all of a sudden you've got an extra $500 here, or you can put 5-10% of your salary into your 401k, and it's really amazing. Once you decide you have that control, then it's like the first step, and you're on your way.
Colleen, thank you so much. You sound just like a wealthy woman. Thanks so much for coming to the presentation today.
Thank you.